Sorry if I sound a bit too loud. I'm not very good at understanding my loudness for my condition. But hello, everybody. I'm Pascal Advance. I'm at Ibn Battuta Mall in Dubai, which I came here out of circumstances due to immediate group one leaders having a high-ranking job here and conditions in my home country not being the best. Again, you don't really know where life will take you here and there. And as today is Krishna Janmastmi, I hereby, um, on the fifth take of this video, if everyone watching, happy Krishna Janmastmi. We actually came here with my uh, immediate group to celebrate at the Hindu temple, Dubai. Um, and the Dubai, in the United Arab Emirates themselves, they're really like they're very, very unique and special for you know what is essentially the Gulf region, the Gulf Arab region. They're a collection of multiple emirates, which you think a duchy, Europe term. I think that's what Wikipedia told me. They usually get together and form a federation. They don't really like. Well, Abu Dhabi does have the oil reserve and is I think was rich from them. They they just shifted to Dubai and the others. I didn't really have much resources and became and I think through trade and finance and sheer innovation became pretty. You know, they they really leveled up with Sun Gino solo leveling. Yeah. So many people watching this video, like some guys might be like, "Oh, Dubai, it's so beautiful, it's so nice," but the thing is, circumstance. It's- I wanted to go to Chennai, but Mandela shook me here. So as I was walking around, even Bharat Mall, as Krishna Janmastami is going on, I was reading the Bhagavad Gita a bit, and as I read the Bhagavad Gita, I was on podcast on Spotify, uh, and after this has it's kind of after this as I was watching it, listening to it, the podcast on Spotify, I was just thinking about how many religions like they kind of all talk about loving each other. Like they have a lot in common. If so one quote one thing I was mentioning was how the Bhagavad Gita it had this text. I think it's what we call shloka, right? That talked about like how we were nothing but a soul before we had a body or any human being society given just society given identity or whatnot. We are all the spirit. Neither Lord Krishna nor the politicians of his time, nor 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 even us. Like we were like this before or afterwards, even after our time on this earth. Furthermore, um, while nothing mentioned, right? Because it is kind of talking about universality, internationalism, rather something the internationalism. So what was I going to say? So basically, we also talked about that. Did I go it? I mentioned in my post, but I don't think I talk about it in public. May not. I don't want to. I'm kind of sorry if I'm not the best at focusing on something. And but I don't want to. I've already talked about the quote, like where they talked about what was it? how the God has created many tribes of humans so they could get to know each other and work together. Yes, yes. Um, the, yes, the Muslim text. They also teach universality. Even the Christians talk about loving even what one would call their enemy. They talk about dropping at hate and creating a world of peace. And it goes on and on. I mean, yes, it's that very beautiful architecture. It's very beautiful, classic architecture, and I love it when people is are proud of their culture, outright showing its beauty. So that is actually a very strong part, very strong, very in a world where everyone's normal is different, and for some people, will 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 like they could for some people it could be a matter of kilometers, for others it's a matter of miles. But everyone has a different. Like, I think there was this video talked about the clash of civilizations as a humongous problem after the Cold War. I think this person he thinks the wars afterwards would be fought on the clash of civilizations, which have a completely different normal and world. But it's about remembering these type of dialogues that talked about wanting to get to know each other. There, how the gods all the gods, the earth had made us always as equal. And don't forget the earth. Like there is no way we can forget about the beauty of the earth we live in. Sure, but I wanted to talk about is this video might sound a bit confusing in this vlog, but to recap up to this point, um, so I actually was celebrating Krishna Janmastmi at the Hindu temple Dubai with my family. And as I went to the Krishna Janmastmi, I also remembered the Bhagavad Gita and how it talked about standing on the righteous path, and how the different religions teach us about you know working together and being in harmony. How we were just how this very the human identities we've made are just that small human in well human identity is created by some society that may not even be what a natural animal colony looks like. It's too complicated and it's even dangerous. It's too dangerous to be even called the Earth colony. Oh my! I think I I just hope that because I'm only looking only like there's crowds and just the crowd and the mall. I hope this is all okay. I'm not infringing on anyone because I'm only capturing the mall and the environment. Humans are gonna appear here. The Homo sapiens, the last other species. I actually wish there were other hominids. The Bhagavad Gita is something that you can't understand in one go, and so are thousands of other texts that those that preach, discipline, manners, respect for others. Sometimes we think that the people around us are dangerous or the people around us are this and that. We have these little conceptions, little beliefs that aren't what the world states. As a content creator, I'm aware that there are many crises going on, humanitarian crises going on. It is the public and official term that governments use to describe these problems. They are caused by many things, namely corrupt leaders, corrupt officers. There's this people randomly cutting the earth into bits, selling, I mean, putting profit of humanity in all these things. They don't benefit anyone. and they are certainly what these go on. However, many times people bring religion into this, religions teach friendship over division, and these actions are just antithetical to what human civilization has wanted. These are divisions that somebody else made that nobody else really wants. As I've talked to you guys about this, and girls, and other types of human beings, we can't mention everything in the public environment here. Do understand that I said we're in Dubai, right? So their normal is quite different, and yet it's similar. Well, it's so similar. So, to viewers from outside Dubai, um, and viewers from India, I hope you can understand this. Um, yeah, you don't want to protect the people. You don't want to protect people I love's privacy, right? Um, I don't want my the people I love, the people I care about. And trust me, immediate group doesn't mean like family or it means your family, your friends, the people you meet, your company. It's a pretty complicated thing. First of all, looks like Mr. Bhatura was quite the traveler. The modern era doesn't have such type of people anymore. Okay. Let's not mention Persia because if we continue talking about them, it'll end up getting the Pahlavis is the current situation, and the Republic, all these things. Like, let's just say it's a rebels. I like the thing is, this world is full of beautiful cultures, beautiful people, and yet all the time, people just keep hating and hating and hating. I'm unable to understand why. When Lord Krishna preaches compassion and kindness, why do we, despite this, um, why do we, in spite of understanding this environment of others' beliefs, choose to fight? It has happened so many times, so much that it's almost depressing. Look at this architecture. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. It's meaningful. Everything around you. Do you want to live in despair or darkness? Or do you want to live in a better world? As possible in advance, I would love to go on and do this video a bit earlier. I don't want to take up too much time, but what type of a world do people? Yes. Very beautiful, yes. I was already talking about this in the earth is being scorched and murdered by hatred. The earth is being murdered by profiteers. The earth is being murdered by our cruelty and neglect. Do you want it to continue this suffering and pain, or do you want it to be protected, the earth? Because let's make this clear. Yes, I know. मैं देख रहा हूँ सबको. I'm asked to recording it. I That's not gonna go on ending this video. I've got so many people I'm with, man. So many people. Um, uh, हमारा इतना सुंदर दुनिया, it's such a beautiful world. Do you over a narrow, defined human line, human society, human construct, and a lot of things are human constructs. Humanity itself, the definition is human. Like, look, the people who made this architecture, the definition of human is different in some ways, and it's very similar in others. We have our society is too complicated. And I worry that it's losing the natural connection it has at a rate that was already horrific enough since the original uh, industrial era. We have to return to our natural roots. And even leaders, even the king, even the emir of the, Dubai, His Highness, I think Sheikh Rashid is the current emir of Dubai. His Highness has been very interested in solar energy, renewable energy, and that he's built a lot of renewable thing, solar panels, which I think is great. Even our my India has begun to understand the importance of protecting its the natural and beautiful heritage and or nature by also investing in more sustainable energy. We fully electrified every single line when even Japan, due to profit reasons, and well, Great Britain couldn't. Great Britain for political reasons. I don't know, ask them. I don't know. In many other countries, like we have done a lot of sustainability. And yes, as I end this video, I just want to tell you guys one thing. We need to work on creating a better world together. We need to protect our earth and we need to build a society of harmony and love, not hatred. Let's drop the hate this Janmashtami and this year and for continuing, and let's create a peaceful world together. Bye.